Hey, I'm Toby and this is Eunice. I started my own business when I was 17. I started it in web design as just like something that I could do at the time. I knew technology pretty well.
I thought I was going to go in the medical field. I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do, and so I was just trying to figure it out along the way. I graduated and then I got a job as an infant case manager. It was rewarding, but had its challenges, and so I started drawing and painting and doing something I actually enjoyed as a kid but didn't think of it as a career. And so it was very therapeutic. It was kind of helping me to have like that life and work balance and to do something outside of work.
So T&E Goods was inspired by our background in biology.
The spark was that we really wanted to combine like research, science, and design within something that we were already doing, actually. Really, because Toby, you were telling me, I think this is how I remember. What happened was I just love doing these things. At first I started drawing. I was like, I love doing these things. I love creating. And then I remember you saying, why don't you do that? Not separately from main life, make it your main thing.
Breaking them where it breaks.
Okay.
And that would be really sick to have that right
right in the middle. Okay.
Right in the middle. We have a design for the top piece.
Okay.
And then it's separated a little bit. A few years ago, a friend invited me to the SCA, and he said, come to this coffee conference and you'll want to get into specialty coffee. So out of curiosity, I went with him. And while I was there, I heard some buzzwords about coffee coming from Myanmar. And I had a lot of refugee friends from Myanmar. That started to put a seed in my head, and I started thinking about how can I get into coffee? How can I help in the industry? How can I be a part of coffee coming out of Myanmar? Then about that same time that I was starting that, I met this guy named Tong. Tong is a refugee from Myanmar, and he was living at my parents' house. We started to research. The more we realized that this is a perfect place for specialty coffee. So this last May, me and Tong went back to his village. The people there asked us if we would be interested in importing the Chin coffee. Me and Tong looked at each other and we said, yeah. This Kickstarter is all about opportunity. We have the opportunity to work with some amazing people like Tong in bringing his people like Mar Hung the opportunity to share their coffee and their goods to the world. And then we get to partner with Sonder Coffee for roasting the coffee, and they get to show their expertise in roasting. And then we also partnered with BeeNeh Builds to showcase his workmanship through box design.
This Kickstarter provides supporters with coffee from Myanmar, tea, so there'll be green tea, black tea, and oolong. There's custom-made inspired herbal blends for those that can't have coffee or caffeine.
My idea behind this series was really just to get to know other people. What does creativity mean to you, and how would you define it?
Yeah, creativity for me has changed over the years. I first saw creativity as just my sister. She's what the traditional definition of creativity is. She's really good at drawing, painting, any kind of graphic design, any kind of making things. She's very creative when it comes to that. And so I always thought that I was not very creative. And so it's actually interesting that I got into web design because I didn't naturally know how to design things. but I was able to learn design rules and then apply them and make a career out of it. But now my definition of creativity changed while I was studying biology. I noticed that when problems came about, you had to think creatively about how you're gonna approach a problem and how you're gonna solve a problem. So I noticed that comes naturally to me, is that I'm able to look at a problem not as something that's unfixable or is an issue, but just something that needs to be fixed, and you just need to think creatively about how to solve that issue.
I think being creative to me means making my own things. It's being able to see the process in my head and the parts to a whole vision or a whole thing. So whether it's like deconstructing like a room or a pattern to a shirt or a pattern to a leather bag or something like that, or illustration or whatever, I think that to me, to be able to visualize the process and the parts to it, and to visualize how it would turn out, I think is something I constantly do in different areas. I enjoy doing that, and I feel like that's where I feel really creative, because I'm coming up with ideas.
I think we got it.
Yeah?
I think
Cool.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
Good job. What an honor it is to work with passionate people. Please do yourself a favor, go support them, go watch Tong's story, because it is inspiring and just amazing in every way. I frankly don't want to really take too much time to talk, because this is not my story. This is Teeny meeting Tong and working together. I just wanted to help in any way, shape, or form I could. And being able to do this box for them was just, frankly, an honor. Just go check them out. And honestly, you're just going to be like, oh, what am I buying at 12 o'clock in the morning? You're buying awesome tea, and you're buying awesome coffee, and you're supporting people that are just awesome. So, until next time, BeeNeh. Did you go click on the link, on the Kickstarter link?